It's 30 degrees and sunny with some snow here, and I'm just going to take you on a little farm update sort of tour. First, here we have garlic. This is one thing that we planted in the fall. This is actually the first time I've ever remembered to plant my garden or my garlic at the right time. You can see them all up here in the snow, looking just fine. No damage at all from the cold weather. They go all the way down there. Now we're at the cold frame. This is fall planted lettuce over here. It's looking kind of small. This is later winter sown lettuce, and it's about to take off and be ready to pick. There's some carrots back there. I've picked a bunch of them, but they really just need more daylight hours. And also this cold frame got kind of infested with aphids without me realizing it, because it's January and why would I be looking for aphids? But anyway, I got rid of them and now it's starting to all come back. Right, now we're in the small greenhouse, which is basically a mess right now. There's boxes of trays to start seeds. It's about 65 degrees in here. We've been keeping some goat and dog food in here, so I need to get that out of here before we start planting. There's a bunch of strawberry starts that I killed, and turkey feathers that were cleaned, and they were in here to dry, which they are, so I need to get them out of here. Aren't they pretty though? They're gonna be pretty. I'm in here looking for some other containers. I'm planning on doing some winter sowing today. Some of my cold weather seeds. I'm gonna try it out basically. I've done it before, but not on the scale that I'm growing at now. Buffalo chicken. I'm just seeing, I actually saved these containers or these lids to cut up for labels, for plant labels. But now I'm going to try using them for this first. I hear a very upset goat in the background. It looks like I have plenty of them, so that's super cool. You can see I used them before. Last year I used them to start onions. They worked really well for that, without the lids. But it's an experiment. So these are all the plant labels that I made from various, let's see, they're just clear plastic. I made them from disposable plastic containers similar to this. Lots of them are actually made out of these lids, unfortunately, since now I would like the lids back. I was cleaning out my lid drawer in the house where, you know, you always have more lids than you have containers, and I took out all the ones that didn't match. That's where I got these red and blue, but they will make perfect plant labels. It is so bright out here. I'm walking over to the big greenhouse now to just see how things are going in there. It's 30 degrees outside, but it's so sunny that it's going to be too hot in there for the ranunculus and anemones if I don't get them uncovered and vented for a few hours today. Okay, so now I'm in my greenhouse within a greenhouse. Oh, my heater just came on. That's not good. It is warm in here. It's about 75 degrees. You see I have a plastic above my head there that's a lowered ceiling inside the greenhouse. So it's the greenhouse, and then I've got this little tent in here with the hay bales around the sides. And then I have all my crates of, these are anemones. I don't see any of them up yet, but I just found a few. The first few ranunculus are up, so I'm going to show you those. Oh, look at the baby. Yes, so I really don't know what's going on with all this. There's like some kind of mold growing on the surface, but I don't think that's gonna hurt anything. There's another one and another one. They're doing so good. It's too hot in here, so I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna open one of my vents. You can see them on the side here. There's one over there, and I've got two on the other side that are in this little room. But you have to open them from the outside. My main concern as things warm up in here is, and outside for that matter, is that this soil mixture tends to dry out really quickly, which I think will be really good for rainy spring outside when these anemones and ranunculus could rot from all the rain. This will be very well drained, and I hope it should be very well drained and keep them happy. I need to bring my little tags out here too, because you can see I wrote an abbreviation of the name of what's in here. This guy. I'm trying to like kind of double, triple mark everybody because I don't want to lose track of which anemones are which. But at the same time, I'm gonna see when they come out. But I kind of want to know what they are just in case they don't sprout, so that I can know that I am not buying that variety again, or that I did something wrong. Oh, look at this little baby. His teeny tiny leaves, little roots. I'm gonna stick him in the dirt. Okay, so these are all a bit mixed up now, but I have exactly enough left for the number of crates I have. I do still have some in a soil mixture like this in our farm store pre-sprouting, and they could still come up, and if they do, they will go in the pots there next to the extra ranunculus. But otherwise, yay, I have exactly the right number. These are the tulip beds. All I see here at this point is weeds, but that's fine. It's a little early for them to be poking out in the snow. We're gonna walk past our mess of a farm store. That should look very different by the time we open. And come down here and see the daffodils. We'll probably check on the peonies too. Sometimes peonies are poking through by now, but kind of don't really want them to. So this is the most recent daffodil bed I added. The last one in the fall, so it doesn't have any, I don't see anything in that one. But the first one that I planted is full of daffodils poking up. You see them? See all the little babies? There's, I can't tell if I can even see them. It's so bright out here. Where did you go, little plant? Right there. There's one, and there's two you can see really good. We'll just have to see how well this turns out. But there are tons of daffodils popping up. So this bed is a just a mix of different colors of daffodils. Then when you get over to this one and the other one, they're in sections by variety. So some of these were coming up. There's one right there. We have a little daffodil poking up next to some goat poop. This hay was all shoveled out of our goat houses and piled up on the bed to provide nutrients and mulch for the daffodils. You can see some right in here too if you look close. And there's all our goats. That's Miss Ella there in the front. We're gonna go visit her later because she's gonna be a first-time mom, and she's getting quite the udder. You can see her belly's a little big too. She should have been due March 28th, and today is January 28th. But we're starting to get concerned that she might have snuck in with the boys and actually be due sooner. So we need to keep a close eye on her. We had one day back in the fall where the boys got out at the same time as the girls, but we really thought we caught it right away and that nobody had any extra fun, but it's looking like we may not have. There, you look out here, there's PETA, Fiona, and Jasmine chilling by the old, I don't know if you can see it, but that's our Christmas tree that they've eaten down to just sticks. Over here we have Apple on the right, and then Brownie standing on those rocks, and then Tinkerbell's over there licking a tree stump. Goats are weird, people. Okay, now I'm going back to the greenhouse to start sowing those seeds. I'm working on cutting back on what I brought out here. I basically went crazy looking at all these seeds and thinking what will germinate in the cold and what would be really cool to have early. And here we are with a bazillion seeds. What did Teddy find?
Nice.
It is nice. Nice and 39, right? The snow's all melting. We're going out to check on the goats. Come on, Teddy. It's so bright. So this strip here you can see is our cover crop of where our sunflowers were last year, and we mowed them down and tilled them in and planted crimson clover in October, which there are a lot of weeds here too, but this is the clover. It's doing really well. I think it should take off anytime now, and the bees are going to love it. Hey goats! There's the goats. This is probably not the best place to have them climbing on the fence because it is all, needs another T-post in there. Snow's been choking. There's Ella. Ella's got quite an udder on her. And this is PETA right here in front. You can see this fence is really big. We need to add a T-post there. We actually took this section of fence out to clean out that house a few months ago and haven't put the T-post back. Alright. There's the puppies. Puppies! Hey puppies! Oh, you can't stand out here because the goats are jumping on the fence. Hey everybody! Alright. So many goats. Oh, don't you jump on me. Not interested. Okay, who are we checking first? Oh, goodness. Okay.
Oh, she's fluffy.
She's fluffy? Yeah, check and see if she has any udder.
Nope. No, she doesn't.
Nothing at all? Okay. Alright, Anna. So what are we checking here? We're just basically checking to see, you know, how they're progressing. How about Jasmine? Kind of checking the first timers to see if they're getting udders or not. Oh, that's a funny looking goat. No, hi Rosie. Hey Rosie. There is Snow. Hey Apple. Maybe we should get this thing off her head. Oh, maybe. Because I don't think she needs it right now. We can get this side off. I can probably slide that side off. Gonna free Apple of her
Her prison.
her horn thing because I don't think she's gonna keep trying to get out right now.
Peter, you're getting in my way.
It's just a whole lot of duct tape and a piece of pipe. Plastic pipe.
Yeah. I don't want it to be heavy. Hopefully, Apple. But
He just like, can I help?
It's stuck.
Don't
No,
pull too hard, Molly.
You can't. Not really pulling that.
There you go.
Pulling on duct tape, not really on her horns.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now wait, we're supposed to check her udder.
She's not coming back.
No.
Hey.
All right, Ella's been surprised for her biggest udder. She's that black and white spotted goat over by Molly. She is supposed to be due on March 28th. So I am wondering. Throw the toy, Daddy, throw the toy! She's trying to eat the stuff. Stay down. So what I'm looking at here is this is all of our goats, and they were with two different bucks. One of them's like a proven, I think he's 2 years old buck, but maybe he's 3 now. Anyway, one of them was with Chip. He's proven. We know he can do his thing. And then the other 5 or so were with our new buck Larry, and he's not even a year old yet, so I was a little concerned about that. And it's looking like one of the girls that was in with him is definitely pregnant, but not necessarily with his baby. So yeah, I guess we'll just see if we have fainting goat babies in the spring or not. We're gonna have Ella's babies right here because she's definitely pregnant, but I'm not sure if they're Chip's or Larry's. We'll know based on whenever she delivers them, because we know exactly when she was with Larry, but we don't know when she would have snuck in with Chip. I kind of have an idea, but I didn't write it down, so I don't know exactly when that was. Everybody else that's having Chip's babies, I'm not worried about at all, because he was on top of things.
Right here.
So what we're doing now is feeling
Can you feel it?
feeling for Ella's babies. Here. Yeah, so Ella, when are your babies coming? I'm not a big fan of surprise early babies. This is Brownie and her 2 daughters. Or actually she has 3 daughters, but one of them is not with us right now. There's Brownie and Tinkerbell. That's her other daughter, who we still have. Anyway, I don't think Brownie or Apple or Dottie are pregnant, and that is kind of sad, but I guess we could be surprised, right? See, Apple is flagging her tail a lot. which is actually a sign that she could be in heat. And the other goats are kind of seeming like interested in her. Yeah. That's not a good sign for a pregnancy. Oh, right. So, if all of our fainting goats are not pregnant, like I'm kind of concerned they're not, it's not really a big deal. What we're gonna do is just put them all in with Larry in April or so for fall babies, which would actually be better because then we'll split up our kidding season and it won't be quite so crazy in the spring. We'll have some babies in the fall too.